Okay, now is it. We have to start over again. Hello, hello, beautiful women of the world. Welcome, welcome to my show, Your Radiant Life After 45, a show for women who want more from life, who are not done living yet. On my show, I interview amazing women all over 55, and we speak about all different kind of things, about health, about relationships, about purpose, about everything. But today I have a special treat for you because one of our co-authors of the soon-to-be released book, Ageless Voices, is here with me today. Joellyn Martin, and she is a fabulous woman. She's also a mother of, you have to tell us all about you because you don't look as if you can have as many children as you have, being a grandmother, and do all these fabulous things. That is so amazing. So without further ado, and I think the bio is somewhere, but maybe I read a little bit what you have sent me here as well. So you are 69 years young. This is incredible. Remarried for 13 years after your first marriage ended after 34 years. So you have a lot of experience when it comes to relationships. You are a Nana, and I love that because my grandchildren call me Nana too.
Oh.
Nana of 8 grandchildren. That's fabulous. I have 11. And your hobbies are all types of creative decorating and crafting and refinishing furniture and gardening. That's fabulous. And you have thought about being an author for many, many years, and then this opportunity presented yourself. And we are going to talk a little bit more about that. But your professional training is in retail management and merchandising with Hallmark, one of my favorite stores, especially when it comes to the holidays. Chico's and Weir's in your hometown's local furniture store. From the time your sons were little, you were in leadership training, starting with Club Scout, and then a mother of PTO, president. You have done all kinds of amazing things with Mary Kay. That's probably why your makeup is so beautiful, or your perfect. And so this is really only the beginning of another chapter in your amazing life, right? Being soon not only an author, but I'm sure we are going to bestseller and maybe even higher international bestseller, because we have people in this book that are from different countries. I am German, but I live in the Bahamas. I know we have somebody from Jamaica in it, so United States, Canada. So we are definitely international and multinational, yes. So welcome, welcome, and please tell us a little bit about you. What we know, I have already said it, that you are one of the co-authors of the soon-to-be released on the 10th, right? In a couple of days, 3 days,
Yes.
our book, Ageless Voices. So what are you doing right now?
Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm really in the thick of things of getting ready to launch this book because it's so exciting.
Yes.
And as I did a Facebook post the other day, there was a time where we weren't even sure that this book was going to come to be. There were so many snags and different things that were going on. So now that we know that it's coming next week, everybody's just jittery and exciting.
Yes.
So that's really what my focus is right now. But I have a health and wellness business. I deal with all natural products. And I really like the way that the Ageless Voices and what I do have melded together so well.
Yes. And of course, we have been we have had this incredible opportunity since this has been a rather long process, but it started this year, not like last year, right? I think it started this year. So we are still
Mhm.
in 24. How we got to know each other, you
Yes.
know, and I think as we moved forward, the better we got to know each other. And even though the book will be launched on the 10th in 3 days, there is also something coming right afterwards, which is a documentary. And that is very special. And this
Yes.
has taken some time, but that was also a way for us to really getting to know each other a better.
Yes. It's
So,
been a wonderful opportunity. I feel so lucky, as I know you do, to be a part of it because it's not just the process itself, but yes, we've met some wonderful women. And
yes,
it has just expanded our knowledge as we're sharing what we know, and they're sharing with us what they know. And it's been a wonderful time in my life. And I'm just so, so grateful to be a part of it.
that is so beautiful. And I could not believe because usually I am the oldest in the room or the oldest in some venture or what's going on. I'm 78.
Hmm.
We have 80, we have 90, we have
98.
90. It's incredible. I mean,
Yes.
I'm
And you
20.
look fabulous, by the way. You're just gorgeous.
I, I, s-
Your light just shines through.
Thank you. I can say the same about you. And I think it is when you are attracted to the even the title, Ageless Voices or Living Agelessly. How do you do this? If that doesn't resonate with you, then I guess you feel
Mhm.
old, but we are not. And there is a reason why we are not, because we all have young spirits. We take care of ourselves, and every part of it is necessary. We have experience, so we have that wisdom shining through as well, I believe, right?
Yes, yes. And it's so wonderful to have a platform to share the stories that we have only been recently able to read ourselves.
Yes, a couple of days ago, actually.
Yes. So to get to know the women even more through their writings has really been a wonderful, it's a treat. It's a treat. And I'm so excited to start getting some testimonies from readers when they do get the book.
Yes, I mean, because the stories, I wasn't able to read all of them yet, but the ones I read, I mean, it's beautiful, it's incredible, and I think it's also um, uh, beautiful that um, Joanne has divided it kind of in three categories: fun, fearless, fabulous. So we had to come up with going back into our history in our lives and say, what is fun about my life? What was fun? What was fearless? What was fabulous? And so it's such a variety of adventure and experiences and wisdom. It's just beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, it
So,
is fabulous. It
but
is a fabulous book.
this is about you. So tell me, how did you learn about this first? And then what did you learn while you did your writing your stories?
Well, how I found about the book was through a friend who she was interviewed by one of our other stars, Lucy,
Okay,
on
yes.
another, it was on another topic, and Lucy had told her about the project, and she was too young. She was only, I think, 48. She was too young. She wasn't 60. So
Yeah.
she called me and she told me about it. And I was just excited from the first time that I heard it because, as you said, I've thought about being a writer for a long time. And I wanted to be a part of something that was bigger than me.
Mm,
And being in this project fit both of those categories.
yes. So this is it, I mean, if you want this, then the universe has a way, right? Even if,
Yes, you just got to put it out there. It may take longer than you think, but eventually it's going to get there.
yeah.
And so, what I learned about writing is I have journaled for many years, but I didn't really put things down in a certain sequence before or certain thought process. So by doing the story, it actually got me thinking about, you know what? Why can't I write my own book?
Hmm.
I certainly can. So
Yes.
that got all those creative juices flowing, as they say, to think about, okay, I just have one story in the book. And I know some people have two or three. And it was just a real great experience for me to realize that there's more to this.
Yes. Oh,
This,
yes, yes.
this is going to be a lot more, I think, for a lot of other women that are involved in this project as well. We just don't know, and that's exciting.
Yes, it's
Where's it
so,
going to lead us?
yes, it's so multifaceted because the readers get an invitation to think about their own lives, but then also in these different categories, and to bring it all in one story is great. I mean, I felt a little bit, I didn't know you could do just one story and bring these in. So for me, I wrote three stories, but of course, I would have loved to go deeper into it, which of course you
Yes.
have only a limited amount of word
Words.
or
Mhm.
space in the book. And the book is way over 300 pages, right?
Yes, I think it's close to 400.
Close to 400
Yes.
pages. So it's like,
77 stories. That's a lot.
yes, that is amazing. That's beautiful. And not just random stories, but everybody is at a certain age, right? So that makes it very special as well. I
Yes.
I haven't seen, but there are probably other books around, but I haven't found another book that was so dedicated to ageless living, and a compilation of 37 women who share their stories, their experiences.
It's just, we are part of a big movement.
Yes.
There are a lot of us baby boomers out there,
Yes,
and
exactly.
we have a lot to share. We've learned a lot, and we just need to tell it.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I always said women are the pillars of a new consciousness, and we need to step into our power, step forward, because now is our time. How
Yes.
humanity move from that third into the fifth dimension, and it goes through the heart, right? And we are
Yes.
in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of female rising and the age of the.
Yes. Yes. Well, a couple of things there. I was born in February, so I am Aquarius.
Oh, perfect, beautiful.
And one of the things that I do describe about the authors in the book is that we are different ages, but we are in that certain group of women where we do have enough experience and wisdom. And even though we're different, we all share the same feeling in our hearts that we
Yes,
want to help other women.
yes,
Because as we're telling our stories, there are other women out there that are going to experience the similar things that we have,
yes,
that we can help them. Some things are hard, but by, getting your support team with you and knowing that someone's been there before to give them hope that they can do it. But I also want the readers to think about their own lives and their own stories, and don't be afraid. No, don't think that it's silly or somebody isn't going to like it, or whatever the feeling might be, is that their stories matter because they could be helping somebody else.
yes. And I never forget, I used to be a member of a fabulous mastermind with Bo Eason. And Bo Eason is one of the, you know, I think, the most incredible storytellers. And he has always emphasized the more personal you can get, the more universal, because people are only, who listen to your story, they're only emotionally triggered to look into their own lives, and your deep vulnerability, and to
Hmm.
be open triggers. For example, he talks about his father's withered hands, and goes in detail. And so by saying this, of course, I think of my fathers, hands, and so you immediately make a connection. So don't be afraid to get very personal in your stories, because it's not that you will expose yourself. You will help somebody to find their own deeper vulnerability in their own stories, in their own.
Absolutely. I love that. Yes, absolutely. It's so
So
important. It's so important.
yeah. So, what has this whole process inspired you to do, or how did it feel? Have you shifted? Have you changed? What is different after this experience up to this point? If we can.
Yes, because there's more to come.
Yes.
I think that a lot of it has just been about my own awareness of things. Because once you put things down on paper, I believe it takes on a life of its own.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's been in your thought process. And even though I've been journaling, I didn't go from one point to the next until I did the story. So
Hmm.
mine does touch on uh fearless, fun, and then fabulous. Because I
Can you
feel that,
share a little bit about it? So some
well, going through, so many women have to go through divorce and they go through at different stages of their life. And after being married for 34 years and starting over at 54, I had to be brave. It was scary.
Hmm.
And I had some opportunities that other women may not have, where it was an amicable process, but it's still difficult. And I had older children and it was still difficult. And I wanted them not to have to worry about me. So I wanted to really get myself in order, my life in order as fast as I could. But you know what? I had fun along the way too.
Oh,
Because
that.
when you're in your 50s and you're kind of dread dating and it's like, oh, what is this going to be like? And it's just, I had some fun, doing that. And after about, 3 years, I met my current husband. And I do feel that this time in my life is the most fabulous because I don't have, uh, you know, uh, uh, as a young mom, we have different things that we have to experience and that we have to deal with. And we don't always think about ourselves. But as
No.
we are aging and our
I
kids are
yeah,
having families,
right. We wear so many hats, right?
yes, that
Really.
you can put some of those down, pick up some new hats.
Yeah.
And to be really who I was meant to ultimately be
Hmm.
is to be a part of writing. And there's more writing that I want to do. So being a grandmother, I call that my superpower, being a nana, because they do range in age from 8 to 24. So
Yes.
there's a lot going on all the time, and I absolutely love it. I just love it. But they have their own lives and their own interests. And so I feel it's my time too to have my own interests and what I want to do, because they're asking me, "Oh, Nana, what are you doing? What are you up to? What's happening?"
Yeah.
So it's creating a different kind of bond with us, because it's not just me living their experiences. Now they're going to be sharing in mine. And
Yeah.
I think that's very fun.
It's so beautiful. And I mean, I feel so sad that because my mother always said, Angelika, you don't have enough time for me, because I
Mhm.
had 5 children, and,
Mhm.
and very busy life and businesses and and all of this. So yes, I never had enough time for my mother. And that's why I'm actually starting a new project of daughters helping their mothers, with their to kind of give them for Christmas a friend to talk to.
Yes, that
You know,
is
this-
wonderful, because I
well,
I
today,
can relate to that. I can relate to that. Yes.
today you can do it. When with my mother, there was only the telephone, right? There was no visual like we
Mhm.
have today with this incredible technology. And so and she lived in Europe and I lived in the Bahamas. The phone calls were crazily expensive. So there
Mhm.
was limited And even letters took, weeks. So today it's so much easier. And with my 11 grandchildren, I have only 3 living on, that I can actually have physical contact with. The others
Mhm.
all over. And so Zoom, FaceTime, and all of this is such an incredible way to stay in touch. I mean, really
Yes.
stay in touch.
Yes. Yes. It has created bonds. I have all of my grandchildren here in Texas except one.
Mm.
The youngest one is in Ohio. And we do FaceTimes and we use Alexa. And the time that we have together, we look forward to it. I got to see her a couple weeks ago. So I see her maybe once or twice a year. So yes, we do have the advantages now that there's no reason not to stay connected and to build a bonding relationship.
Yes, absolutely. But it still takes a focus, an intention, and effort,
Yes.
and a big heart, love, because there's always something else to do.
Yes.
I remember when I said to my children, I really want us at least twice a month, if it needs to be only once a month, but let minimum once a month, better
Yes.
twice a month, to be on Zoom together, and just share what's going on in our lives. It's such an easy way to do it, and it makes a big difference.
Yes, that's a great idea. It's a great idea because it has to be, it's sad to say, but it has to be an appointment, just like everything else. We make
Yes,
appointments for everything else, so why not our own family? It makes
yes.
perfect sense.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the old beliefs that once you're a grandmother, you're only there to babysit maybe your grandchildren. That, because we are not sitting in the rocking chair knitting or
No, I think that's it can
right?
be a good part of it, but yes, we are busy. We do have things to do and we love spending time with them, but we also have different things. So it is a different generation, it's a different time, and they're all busy too.
Yes, but like that, we are staying young as well. We are.
Yes.
I mean, we know we are really part of their world, as well
Yes.
as our own, and then having our own memories from, oh my goodness, how what all of the things that changed in our lives, right, throughout the
We've seen a
last
lot. Yes.
7 years. Yeah, yeah, incredible.
Yes. But it's a great time. It's a great time. And the book is just the perfect timing because there is a movement going out around there. And I was telling somebody the other day, I said, you remember, the actresses way back when they were 30, they were told they were too old.
Certain roles,
There
yeah,
were no parts for them.
yeah,
So that I think was the really beginning of this whole movement is like, wait a minute.
yeah.
There are women out there that are 40, 50, 60, 70 and above, and they want to see movies that they can relate to.
Yes. And that reminds me of my sister who is 80, and she lives in Mexico, but she used to be, the top model in New York with Eileen Ford for from her 20s up into, I think she was 65 when she stopped working.
Mm.
And she actually brought the agency, Eileen Ford, one of the biggest agencies,
Hmm.
to the 40 woman, the ageless woman, because it didn't exist when she was working, but
Wow.
she became older herself, and she said, I mean, this is crazy. There should be, and they created a whole department for women, for models, for 40
Wow.
and
She was a pioneer.
was a pioneer in this.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I'm now part of pioneering into sharing our stories in this fabulous book that is going to be
It's going to be fun.
launched.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah. So, what would you like for our viewers to leave them with? What is your golden nugget?
Well, I think the thing that I talk about the most is to, feel our emotions, feel connected to people And that to be fun, fearless, and fabulous is that you want to have someone to love, someone or something to love. You want to have something to do, and you want to have something to always look forward to. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be any little thing that
Yeah.
brings you joy, that makes you happy. Sometimes it's just looking out the window on a rainy day.
Yes, and not get depressed, right? Say, oh,
Yes,
it's a rain needs to come for somebody.
yes,
If it
yes.
rains for your parade.
And those are days too where you can do some, self-care, some
Yeah,
self-love. You don't have to be on this, roller coaster all the time.
right. Yeah.
And I
Curl up
think,
and read a book
yeah,
or something. Yeah.
because if we don't recharge our batteries, how are we going to do all these things?
Yeah.
We got to
Yes.
take care of ourselves. And so I think that's probably the most important thing is that I want people to look for the fun in their life, what brings them joy, because there are so many negative things that can pull us down. And we don't want to stay down. We don't want to stay depressed. We don't want to stay sad. There are things that happen and we have to feel them, go through them, but don't stay there too long.
Yeah. Yes.
Get out and find something to make you happy and smile.
Yeah. I mean, that's always the wisdom is really that if whatever you have, whatever issues or challenges you have, the best way to get on the other side is going through them,
Yes.
not putting them under the carpet because they,
Yes. No. And it can be scary, but I actually have used something similar to that where I will say you have to go through the fire to get through the other side.
yes, yeah. And the fire is like you see with diamonds, it has its purpose
Hmm.
to maybe burn away all of that which is not appropriate anymore, to
Exactly.
bring the shine out and get rid of the grime and the whatever, has to be burned with heat. You need to go through the
Yes.
and then a little polishing on the other side, and then shine even brighter.
Exactly. Exactly.
A wonderful metaphor. Um, well, anything else you would like to share?
I just appreciate spending this time with you. We haven't had a one-on-one chat before. We've been on Zooms and coffee chats and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think that this is just expanding, our knowledge and our friendships and to see where this is going to go because I would love to come to the Bahamas and see you.
Yes, do you know something? Because this is what the next step is after maybe we release the documentary. Um, we must come together wherever it's the most appropriate and maybe more than once. And if it's cold in the United States anywhere, maybe the Bahamas,
Yes.
beautiful place. I have had retreats here before and mastermind meetings and all
Oh,
of that.
wow.
It's a beautiful, um, because where I live on my island, it's not as busy as I live on Grand Bahama Island, so it's not like Nassau, New Providence, where the majority of tourism is, and it's really
Hmm.
busy and crazy there. And here it's more relaxed. Actually, I
Mm.
can show you how this looks.
Yes, let me see. This is
Please,
fabulous. Ooh, I get a tour.
I can do whatever I want with. Okay, so and I may go out for a walk a little later.
Ooh, what is your daily view like? Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that. Oh, you are right there.
Right there,
Oh,
right
oh, it is
here.
gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. That is
It's all around. It is
wow.
amazing. So
Wow.
I feel blessed. Of course, everything has its plus and minus.
Yes, yes.
I have the most pristine and beautiful way of taking walks and being in the pristine air and beautiful ocean and all of this. And it never,
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's fabulous. I do
yeah.
love the water. We have a second home that's on a lake in
Oh yeah.
Texas.
There's
And I just
something
love
about
going there and
lakes
just
and
looking out the window.
yeah,
I don't have to do
yes.
anything. Just sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
Watch the wildlife coming by.
Yeah. But then it is also nice to put your toes into the water or to touch the earth with your feet.
Yes. Yes. There's a big talk now about the grounding where you're supposed to take your, shoes and socks off and just walk barefoot. Well, we did that as kids, so why not do it as adults? Makes
Yes,
perfect sense.
we lost. I mean, we are coming back to, understanding our connection to nature. We have been, and of course, COVID did a number on all of us by
Yes.
separating us. And there was this rule while we had COVID, even in the Bahamas, because they took their directions from the United States.
Oh,
And
wow.
you couldn't go out at all. I mean, you saw how close I am to the beach, and I wasn't allowed to walk the beach because
Oh, no.
even though that was the most, I mean, it's the safest and the healthiest place
Mm-hmm.
where I could be. And then when they started to allow it, but also to have distance, I saw people walking with masks on the beach, and that's
Mm,
how crazy is
mm.
that?
Not right. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
well,
So,
I
so
think
now,
we've learned so much that we're never going to do that again.
no, we are never going to
We're
do.
not doing that again. No, no. We're just deal with it. Whatever comes, comes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And so we are on this return to nature, return
Yes.
to now we understand even more how precious it is, and that we need human personal connection.
Yes, you do. You need to see expression and smiles and
Yes.
yes.
And
Connect. You need to connect. Yes.
because that's our nature. And if we get away from that, then we shrivel, in
Hmm.
our energy, we shrivel in every way. And now is the way to go out more, to express yourself more, to love more, to hug more, to be in contact with more people, and to learn how to love unconditionally. Because I believe that's the new era that we are moving into, you know.
Yes, I think so too. Kindness needs to be everywhere. Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
and I see it coming up, and I see more and more people getting together, and after whatever shock somebody may in all different parts of the world have had because of, not the expectations of how their government or whatever
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ongoing
Mm-hmm.
religion or government here. But it has also become an opportunity on invitation not to stay stuck in your own thoughts and feelings, but open up to
Mm-hmm.
to a world that have curiosity. And that's actually an attitude and a word that I attach to how to stay young and how to stay, engaged in all of
Mhm.
this. It's
That's
really
wonderful. That's wonderful.
curiosity, right?
Well, you're just a delight. You are.
Oh, as you are. I mean, I can't wait to hug you.
I
I mean,
know. Go, go, go. Well,
okay. So,
hopefully 2025 will bring a lot of the stars together.
yes, yes, we make it so. I mean,
Yes,
because there are 37 incredible women, and if we want to do that, we are going to do that.
exactly, because we can.
Yes, we can. We will. Okay, my beloved. So thank you so much for this beautiful interview. And usually the second half hour is for Q&A, but we don't have anybody here. So there will be the joy of the replay. And is
Okay.
there something you want the our visitors who come later do you want to share do you have an
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, my email
yeah?
is Joellyn W. Martin at gmail.com.
Can you repeat that?
It's Joellyn W. Martin at gmail.com.
Just like your name, okay.
And then I have my link tree, which is linktree / I'm sorry, Joellyn, I for design, EYE for design. And
Okay.
I created that one when I was doing my furniture
Okay. I
and
would
in my
love to see.
crafting. And so
Yeah,
I just kept it because it's a part of who I am.
I'm going to have a look at that because I love to see some of your creativity. And something, maybe we do another session in the new year where you share some of your, because we can have screen shares or whatever, where you can
Yes,
some of
yes,
your work.
yes. That would be great. So on the link tree, I also believe that there is my I for Design is on there. My health and wellness link is on there.
Okay.
And geez, I haven't looked at it in a while. I can't remember what all is on there. Oh, also Mary Kay is on there. So
Oh,
it encompasses really a little bits and pieces of everything.
yeah, I like Linktree. I have it too, and we are going to put it into the under the video in the archives. When people do the replay, so they have that link to go to the different.
Okay, thank you. That's fabulous. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, my beloved. Thank you so much for
Okay, well,
that
thank you.
opportunity to feature you and also have this because you give me so much. Because of your energy. It is so positive, so contagiously, yeah, bubbly,
Well,
beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. Well, we got a lot in common.
I think
A
so.
lot in
Yes, we
common.
do,
Yeah.
do have a lot in common. So I look forward to some private conversations as well. And
Yes, yes, yes. That's very exciting. Okay. Well, you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
yes,
And the 10th is 3 days away. So,
3 days away. And you know something? The 10th is also my husband's and myself, our first wedding anniversary. We
oh,
were married twice. We got married on the 10th of December in 1980. So that's a long time ago.
oh, wow.
And
I didn't
then
remember that. You got married again.
yes, and then we divorced. We were separated for 10 years. And then in 2007, we married again. So we have two wedding anniversaries. But the first one was on the 10th of December, and we still celebrate that.
Well, of course. It's a part of who you are. Oh, that is just so romantic.
Yes, yes. Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you.
Yes,
Talk soon.
yes.
Bye-bye.
And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.